topic. Let us listen to another song. وصباح الخير ملكال، صباح الخير يا أرض الأجداد، صباح الخير يا قلب نابت لمملكة تشولو، وكمان صباح الخير للحاكم بتاعنا، كمان صباح الخير للمسؤولين. Although we know there is nothing going on well, things are going upside down. There is nothing is going well right now. We don't know what is going on there. What happened to the blood اللي كان موجود بين الحاكم و النائب بتاعه؟ هل الدم ده أصبحت موية ولا كيف؟ أنا ما أعرف. And we need to hear something really. We need to hear some good news from Hakim Bitana, because it's been there now for about more than almost a year without any action. We need some action because people are tired. People are struggling. Akhwani, let me play this song while I'm going to wait for our guest. Our guest will be here soon. Our brother Otorogwok. He is the founder and also the CEO of TAR Finance. That company is involved in a lot of things. You can apply whatever you want. He can help you. He can advise you. You can get an accurate, reliable advice. This is our brother Otor. He will do it for no sense. He's a man of his word. He's going to be here soon, and we will be discussing with him, and he will also enlighten us about what it means to be insured. Either your car, I believe أيزول عنده عربية بتاعك مؤمن، لأنك أنت عارف إنه لو حصل حادث خليك من العربية بتاعك، لكن العربية بتاعت الثانية، العربية بتاعك ده أنت ممكن توديه زبالة، لكن العربية بتاعت التانية ده that's why we do التأمين عشان الواحد ما you don't have to lose twice. You see? So let us listen to one song from واحد من أبناء بتاعت ملكال. واحد من أبناء بتاعت ملكال، وهو من مؤسسي جاز بيتشودا، أخونا بنيامين بوبوتش.
Yadapan Nyanyel, Professor Jonathan Cook.
Dunia Media.
Mashoda Jazz Band.
Yeah.
صباح الخير ملكال. صباح الخير يا عبد الرجاج. صباح الخير يا قلب نابت لمملكة شولو. صباح الخير يا عاصمة ولاية على النيل. وكمان صباح الخير لكل أهل الخير، أخواني أخواتي في كل مكان. أنا عايز أحييكم تاني. معكم هنا أوتون أواكير. معي هنا important guest. Our brother Otor Uguok is going to come here and talk to us about something called insurance. Let me bring our guest here in studio. Let him adjust his phone. He's going to be here in 1 minute. Please, if you can just try to share, that'll be good. Into لو قدرت انك تعمل share post because عايزين الفائدة دي يوم يا جماعة. الفائدة دي عايزينها يصل لأيزول لأنه ده موضوع مهم جدا. مهم جدا بالذات احنا كأفريكانز. صار أحيانا we do talk a lot but we don't do things. We don't act. عشان كده let us bring our guest. Our brother Otor is here. Let me bring him up. Otor.
Yes, brother Sabrino.
Are you hearing me well?
Yes.
That's
I can
good.
hear you now. Finally.
That's good.
Otor. Am I clear?
You are very clear.
Okay.
You are very clear, and you are also you are also looking sharp.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
As usual, Yani, as usual. It's not all.
You're also looking great, man.
Oh, thank you, Utor. Thank you. If you can just say good morning to our people in Malakal and everywhere in South, that will be good before we start our show.
Thank you, Sabrino. As always, it's my pleasure to be on Chollo Worldwide TV. This is an educational channel for all of us. And I would like to really thank you for the introductory blurb that you have done on me and our finance. Would like to say hello to all the viewers of our Chollo TV, and especially those who are in our mother homeland, Malakal, and those who are affected by the flood in Penkang County. Our heart is with you guys. We stand with you, and we are happy that you are also happy with everything that we have done here, our contribution. This Chollo TV is part of that contribution that we are also giving to the community, so that we can talk our affairs, educate them, and to hear from this channel as well. We also greet our audience or our viewers, those who are in Khartoum. We know their situation is very bad due to what is happening there. That is the nature of Africa. You know, you wake up every day, you expect anything can happen, you know. So our heart goes out to them. Hope they're well. Let them be calm, and things will work out, you know. And our greeting also to our people who are living in POC refugees camp in White Nile. We greet them all. That we are, you know, your children here in Australia, your kids, and we are standing with you guys, our elderly people, you know. Those who are in any town, every town in South Sudan, we greet them all. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, my brother Otorogwok, اللي هو المؤسس ومدير بتاعت شركة تار فاينانس. أخوي أنا عايز أشكرك تاني. Thank you for
Azuma, sorry, before you can go ahead,
Wallahi,
voice me opinion a little bit. Could the audience let them put the thumb up if they can hear it? Lano sort me opinion here, can you?
If you can
that much loud,
if you can raise up your volume, please. If you can raise up your
it's already
volume.
up. My
Okay.
volume is up.
Let me check with the audience. Are you hearing me well, guys? Whoever is out there, are you hearing me well? Give me thumbs up, please. Yeah, on your bill. I can see you there. Please let me know if you can hear me well. Good morning, South Sudan. Good morning, Ubek. Good morning, Rumbek. Good morning, Wow. Good morning, Will. Good morning, Kwajo. Good morning, Bentiu, and also Bur. And good morning, Yambio. Well, good morning to anyone who is here on this live show. On top of them, my brother, Utarugwok. Thank you, Secretary Taban Mojud Henak. So, and that's what always, make things a bit easier. Thank you. You are looking good. That's better. I don't hear you now. Yes, that's good.
Better. Yep.
That's good.
Okay.
That's good. Anyhow, I did got some message from Nibila Mum that the sound is very clear. So I believe if you are able to you are able to hear me, that'll be good. Are you?
Okay, good. Yep.
Thank you, أخوي تور. وأنا كمان عايز أشكر رئيس زول انضم on this live show. Let me just أجد أخوي. Thank you. Jotaba Mum. Thank you, أختي. The chairman of Chollo Community in Australia, أخوي نبيل Mumukis. Thank you for also being here. أخوي Utu from the United States, Madam Kirkuno. Thank you for being here too. أخوي Sebit Nyakai. Thank you, أخوي, for being here. And also Ustaz Otto Ajang, Peter Otto Ajang. Ustaz Otto Rogwok. أخوي معلش أنا ما عايز أكتر كلام كتير. أنا كمان كلامي بسيط لكن شكله كده كلامي كتير شوية. أنا ما أعرف كأنه في حاجة. أخوي
It's all right. It's all right. It's all good. As I said before, this is an educational channel, TV, for our audience, and then we talk, and it's good to call out their name as well. Yep.
Thank you. And also, I need to advise and welcome Aizul Aiziji Khush. If you have, if into عندك إضافة لو عندك حاجة it's not clear and you want to come in and also add your comment, you will be highly welcome. I will drop the link down there, and please, if you would love to come in, and also you can tell the audience if you have experienced something like that with the لو انت بتعرف الفائده بتاعته شنو بالضبط كده. انه عايزين ناس عندهم people who have been there before, who have seen الفائده بتاعه عشان الكلام ده ما يكون كلام بتاع كلام بتاع ساكت. اخوي تور قبل ما انا ابدا معك اخوي انا عايزك كمان انه if you can introduce yourself to our guests, though they know you well, but it's good also to introduce yourself again from where you were and where you're up to right now. I know some people, when I told them that Otor, he was a Red Army, he was a soldier, and now he is a banker, someone who is talking with money.
Thank you. Thank you again once more, Brother Sabrino. My name is Otor.
If you can put the phone down a little bit, because I don't see your yep, that's better. That's good.
Better, Kira?
That's good, Otor.
Okay, thank you. Thank you one more time. My name is Otor Uguk Odakalandi. Yabo jal didik ipenyeduai. And I left home area to following the call of the Red Army in Ethiopia, and I happened to be one of them. And then 2004, I migrated here to Australia. And then after 2 years, I start working, and then 4 years ago, I set up my company, Finance. It's a mortgage. It's a mortgage and finance company that will help anyone who need to borrow money. So basically, anything that you get through the bank, like you work through the bank, my company can be able to facilitate for you. So depending on which bank that either you want or we can be able to recommend for you. So it's a company that have all the products of the banking in it, including the insurance that we're going to talk about today. It's part of that as well. And the other services that I offer as well, which is linked with the company, it's accounting firm. I'm linked with some other accountants companies that we work together. Financial planners. So anyone who is retiring or you have money that you want a piece of advice, these are the things we can advise you for as well. So that's basically what my company do. And thank you, Sabrina.
Thank you, أخوي يوتر. Thank you, أخوي. أنا طبعا I just want to refresh the mind of people because there were heaps of أسئلة من خلال الحلقة بتاعنا اللي فاتت. كان في أسئلة جت and some people were not really were a bit confused about what's the role of what is meant to be to refinance, and why do we have to do refinance? Last time, for the audience who are there who were not who did not attend the last show. The last show was about mortgage, and we talk about refinancing. Refinancing was meant to be for someone who had a mortgage for a long time. So some people were asila. Can fi asila judge asila. Could not know why do we have to do that. If you can also answer that question. Another question also was about, do we have to pay off the actual principal? Because you have the interest and you have the principal. Do we have to pay off the mortgage? Do we have to? This is also another question, because some people who have a mortgage, they think like they have to pay off the mortgage in next 25 years, while they might be 60 years old. Do we have to? Or what's meant to have a mortgage? Otor, if you can just highlight those points before we move on to our next
thank you. These are very pertinent questions, and audience need to know this. Since we live in this country, or whether those who live in US, there are some people who have bought houses, whether it is a house to live in or an investment. So when we talk of refinance, there are a couple of reasons why people refinance. So refinance means you taking the loan to another bank, or you rewrite the loan within the same bank. Now there are several reasons of why refinance is being done. One of them is you may not be happy with the service of that bank, and you wanted to move your loan elsewhere, or maybe your banking are with X and YZ company bank, so you wanted to leave. You wanted to move your loans to that bank so that they all can be together. The other reason may be the interest rate. So what is happening with the bank if you have the mortgage? So bank always come up with the crazy bonuses, or they call it cash offers. If you refinance your loan, we give you this X amount of money, 4,000 or 5,000, depending, or 3,000 or 2,000, depending on what is being offered. This is an example for those who live in Australia. Or you refinance it, this is what you're going to get. Always there are some offers, and mostly is to do with the interest rate. So with the new money, bank always like to take care of the new customers. So when you're moving your loan to another bank, then the better rate will be offered to you, because bank will always welcome you as a new customer. That's one of the reasons why people refinance. The other reason, people refinance if you got a lot of debt. For example, you got a car loan, you got a personal loan, you got a credit card, okay? Or maybe you want to do some renovation within your house, or you want to go overseas, or probably you want to do any other type of business you want to do, and you wanted to have a cash out from your mortgage. So you can do refinance and put all these small debts together, and that way much easier. So instead of having this small debt there, like a personal loan I just said before, or a credit card there, or a car loan there, so it all mess all over the place. And your house might have enough equity. So you have built enough equity over the years, or with the movement, with what is happening now, the prices of the houses have appreciated a lot. So you have built enough equity. In that way, you can be able to use that equity to pay off all your small debts, or maybe you want to go on holiday, or maybe someone want to get married. You can get married as well. You can have cash out and do some other stuff, or for a study. So there are so many reasons of why people do refinance. It's a peace of mind to help you to achieve what you wanted to achieve. The other one, that do you have to pay off the mortgage when you buy the house? Not necessarily, but always when you buy a house is to is to pay it off, so that you can have a peace of mind. That is the dream of everyone. Whenever you have the loan, you want to pay it off so that the house can be yours, and especially if you have the kids. So because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, you want to leave your family in peace. If anything is to happen, if you are the breadwinner of the family, being it mom or dad. So the ultimate goal is, I want to pay this mortgage off. Now, there are several ways how you can pay it off. And that's why having a mortgage broker will always be able to know you better, and will always give you the advice of what is the quickest way you can be able to pay it off. Sorry, a lot of noise outside there.
It's okay.
So yeah, this is what it is. So you don't need to pay it off. If worse go to worse, you can downsize the house. Say, for example, your house might worth 1 million, and only two of you, and it's a big house. So you don't need to live in that house. You can sell that house and buy a small one that two of you can live in. So you are downsizing it. So in that way, the house are paid of itself, Or you can move to a smaller house with a smaller loan, and suddenly, as you keep paying, the mortgage will pay itself off. And if worse goes to worse, you can sell it out and have some cash. So it all comes down to whether you want to pay it off or you want to leave it. But the ultimate goal is for your family to have a peace of mind. You need to pay their house, so that if anything happens, then, or maybe you get sick, you are not able to work anymore, at least you have a peace of mind to live in your own house. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Otor. Thank you, Akhui. Just before we go to our next topic, which is going to be insurance. What's your advice for those who pay interest only when they have the mortgage, when they pay only interest, or those who pay only the exact amount set by bank? What would you be your advice to those people?
Thank you one more, Sabrina. These are very good questions. One, why people choose to pay interest only? Paying interest only is not advisable if you own your own house, because, as I said before, the ultimate goal is to pay off your loan. Now, interest only is advisable for the investment property, because the reason why you have investment property is for you to be able to save on tax. So say you are working and you're earning over 100,000 a year, okay? So the tax on that one is too much, you know? You got a lot of tax. So if you have investment property, say the interest in the bank is, an example, say 1,500 a month, that is the interest, and the house is being rented 1,000. So in year, you're running a loss. And therefore, when you lodge a tax return, it will be beneficial to you, because you have accumulated a lot of tax on your salaries. So that way, you are able to save. That is one way of how you are able to make money. The other way also, with the investment, you building the equity, So with the time, the prices of the property will not be the same, will always shoot up. But your loan will remain the same. It will not move, because you have chosen to pay the interest only. Yeah. So, the question of paying the interest only is advisable for the investment. But at the same time, if your financial circumstances might have changed, an example, you loss of job because of the COVID-19, the pandemic we are in at the moment, people lose a lot of jobs, or income might have reduced. So that way, you can also pay the interest only. The bank will accept that, because it is your own house and you are struggling. The most important is to have food on the table for your family. So you can be put on interest only. And interest is always between 1 year to 5 years, maximum of 5 years. So along those lines, that's how people put the interest. But if it is your own house, and especially at the moment, if you did not lose your job and the interest rate is relatively low across the board, it is advisable to pay both principal and interest to reduce the principal amount, because we never know when the interest rate going to go up. Things may change. And if really anything happened to you, then the house might goes back to the market, because you haven't done anything and you were struggling when the rate is very low, because most of the rate at the moment is under 2%. What if, like 5 years ago or 4 years ago, the rate was about 6% or 5%? What if it's gonna go up to up there? So how can you afford? If your rate is 1 point something now and you are not able to make the payment, then there is a problem here. There is a problem here. So it's advisable to pay as much as you can when the rate is very low. And then in the future, when the rate go up, you have built enough cash withdraw which is available that will help you to sustain on what repayment that you have. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Brother Otor. This is a free advice. This is a very accurate free advice. Please, if you want to get in touch with Ustad Otor, you will be highly always welcome.
Thank you.
أخوي Otor, لو في حاجة تاني you could not I have not asked in regard to that issue. If you can bring it up, or we move to our next topic.
Yeah, in regard of mortgage, what I just want to add on to our audience, especially those who are in Australia. Yes, I'm based in Melbourne, but it does not mean I do the mortgages for those who are in Melbourne. You see, whether you are in other states, I can still connect you either through the phone or Zoom like this. We can still talk, and I can be able to help you. The market is hot at the moment. It's very hot, and it is the best time if you want to have the Australian dream of owning a house. This is the best time. You can reach out to me privately. I can walk you through what are your chances. As I said in the beginning also, I don't only offer the mortgages only. I do things like personal loan. If you are after personal loan or car loan, even the insurance also I can be able to do that under my company. So there are so many things that I can be able to do. And whether you are not even ready, just come and I can be able to help you. I just want to give you an example. Last week, one of the loan was settled. So I have one of the clients. He went to the bank, and because of the family have increased in size, so they were thinking to upgrade, their house, because the house they live is too small, and they want a bigger house. Now they went to the bank. The bank said, "Oh yeah, because of your income, you cannot be able to afford. So you need to sell this house, and then you can buy another one." So they were like, selling their house, and then they met with one of the customers that I have helped before. They said, "Have you spoken to a mortgage broker?" They said, "No, we were comfortable with the bank." They said, "Just see a mortgage broker." And then they see me. I was talking to them. I said, "You don't need to sell your house. I will put it as a condition, to sell when you buy when you're gonna buy the next one. We can have the bridging loan and things like that." I was able to do their dream house they wanted to do while they're keeping their own house, and then the settlement was done at the same time. Like, this house is already sold, and they are moving to the next house. Like they were thinking, "Oh my God, mortgage brokers got a lot of things that we can, a lot of advice like this. Like, if I could have just stick in the bank, I could have not got all these, So they really appreciate me for doing all this. So there are things that we can be able to help you than just working in the bank. And most of them sometimes they may not be interested to walk you through to achieve what you wanted to do. So to the viewers, whoever wanted to just have a chat, your situation, what you have, and things like that, I'm more than happy to walk you through and see what are your options. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator. Good morning. Good morning, Malakal. Good morning, Ya Abdul Ajaj. Good morning, Ya Asim Bulad Al Nil. Our community, we are so blessed that we have someone like Utor, someone who is really, his blessed is already reached the sky. So if you're there and you have anyone who is struggling, who don't know what to do, please bring him to our, brother Odor. Our community is not only Chollo community. It can be Nueru, Denka, whoever. Our brother author is working with multi-ethnics. Afghanis, Hunud, Kuluzol, into Zol. This is the time where we can really get a very accurate information. And as really, we are so blessed. Our community is blessed by having you.
Thank you.
Let's move to our next topic, which is about something we call topic is called insurance. Insurance is a big topic, brother Otto, but we might have to put our eyes and focus on the most important, which is the life insurance. When we die and you have the mortgage, what happened to your child or your kids? How would they survive? When you die, how would your expenses? Because if you are in Australia, or if you are in United States, or if you are in those the Western, death is a very expensive thing. It's not like Africa. When you die, you get sent to Mugabe straight away. No one is going to ask for your why did you die, how did you die, nothing like that. We just get chucked in that hole. Before we go to our next topic, let me play this song so we can come here fresh, and also
thank you.
So we can have a fresh, clear mind, because this topic is very important to all of us. Let me play our brother, Jasper Choda.
There is no sound. No sound. صباح الخير ملكال، صباح الخير يا عبد الجاد، صباح الخير يا قلب نابت للمملكة تشولو، صباح الخير يا بلاد على النيل، وكمان صباح الخير لكل أهل الخير، دينكاوي، شركاوي، مبارك وماوي،
أنا بحييك وأنا كمان I'm so happy that I'm here with our brother Utar Uguok, the CEO and also the founder of TAR Finance. This company has been involved in many things, and he's still involved, and he's doing a lot. He's helping people. He's changing lives, and that's why we are so happy to host him again and again. أخوي يوتر طبعا you know دائما وأنا هنا بنتكلم عن قروش وأنت عارف إنه ما دي كذا نين.
Correct.
That's why I was playing the song, you know. أخوي يوتر.
Live. But the mud, live itself, live.
No, in African terms, people live there for nothing. You know, people are happy for having nothing. You know, but here we, as in the West, it's very hard to live with no, you know. So I just encourage you, Dama. Please, if you can just explain what it means by insurance and why do we have to do it? Why do we have to cover ourselves by buying something called insurance?
Thank you. So what I will do, Sabrina, I think I will have a helicopter overview about the insurance. I will talk about it. Maybe it will take some few minutes.
It's okay.
And then when I finish covering the whole thing, and if you have some specific question, then you can ask. Will you, Madi?
Take your time.
Okay, thank you.
Take your time because we need to enlighten our people.
Yes, helicopter overview. Yes.
And you are a blessing. So if you can also highlight all this information, that will be good.
Thank you. So for our audience who are watching tonight and those who will be watching, insurance is one of the key products for our life. Insurance is a transfer of risk to something else. So who need insurance? Insurance is important for our life, and especially when you start having kids, like getting married and having kids, or even debts or liabilities, such as having a home loan or having a car. So these are the people who need insurance, or whether for yourself, you may need also insurance. But always, when insurance is taken, there are some key questions that you should ask yourself. Questions such as, what if accidental death occurred? How will your family live? That's the key question. Each of us should answer that question. What if I could never wake up tomorrow? Because no one knows like when, your destiny is going to end. No one knows. We are talking now. Tomorrow it might be a different story. And they said every day we wake up, we are coming closer to our death. So these are the key questions. What coverage do I have if anything like that is to happen? Is it good enough? Is it good? Like, if I have this cover, will it be good for my family or for myself when I am taking it? And the other question that you might ask yourself, do I need insurance? So these are many questions that will always come in mind. Now, if I will start with the life insurance for yourself. So insurance for ourselves, there is a death insurance, which is, they call it life insurance. So if anything happened to you like death, that lump sum is paid out to your beneficiaries. To your beneficiaries that you have listed. And that way they will continue living the good life that you wish your family to continue, such as education. They will not have a problem with education, such as paying off the mortgage if there is a mortgage that was left, things like that. That is a life insurance. We also got we also got total permanent disability. They call it TPD. So that one, if you get sick or you have an accident, you are not able to work anymore, you will be paid out for that one. It's a big lump sum. And you also have the trauma insurance. So the trauma also, if anything happened to you, like some internal illness, the severe one, the severe internal illness, such as cancer, then it might also be paid out to you. So these are designed for yourself, to protect yourself in case if anything is to happen. And the question is, what the cover that you have, because the payment goes according to the amount that you have chosen, the amount that you have chosen. So will it be enough if anything is to happen? That's the key question I just said before. We also got income protection. Income protection. So which is covered through that you can also have if you are working, you have salaries, and that income protection will continue flowing in if you become disabled, like something happened, So for example, if something happened to you, like a total permanent disability is paid out, or the trauma is paid out to you, then your salary will continue flowing in to support your family. Now, some people, they don't know they have all this through their super. There is a compulsory super covered. Majority of people that are working, they have insurance through their superannuation.
Yeah.
But it's not that much. It also depends on your salaries, It also depends on your salaries, and it will not be enough. So that's why you need to review it and to make sure that you have enough cover for your family. And not everything that comes through super. So like trauma, you will not find it through super. Trauma is separate. It has to be standalone. So that is to do with life, about yourself. Now, you come to a house itself. You come to a house itself. So you have the home insurance, very important for ourselves. Anything can happen to a house. The house can burn down,
Yes.
or it may leak, when it's raining, or the wind may blow it out. We have seen how many houses that been damaged by the wind or get burned. We have seen them even in our South Sudanese community. So it will be bad luck if you don't have insurance for the building. And you have to be careful also with the cover. Okay, you may not just tick. Some people, they're like, yeah, because of the premium I'm paying a month for this XYZ insurance company, maybe say this certain amount, say $60. But you should know what are you covered for. It's not about paying the money or what it is. You should know what you are covered for. Okay, there may be so many exclusions, and if anything happened to you, they say you are not covered because all these did not come. You see, very important for you to see your content. It's better you pay whatever it is, but you understand what you are covered for. So that is the building insurance. And then you have the content. So if anything happens, to the building and you don't have the content, it will be bad luck. So if you have the content, then you are covered, because the content, if the house is broken by the thief, while you are away, we are all at work. You might be at work, your wife work, children at school. Someone might break into the house, stole things that you have inside, So you need to have insurance to make sure that all these are covered for. Very important. And you should know also, what are you covered? You might have a television that is costing 10,000, because we have in some families, they have those very valuable items. Those one will not just come under the general covered. You need to have them listed. You need to have them listed. You have to see the term and condition. What is the maximum payment of each item? So most of the insurance, they have the maximum of each item. So make sure that you understand those terms and conditions. Okay? So that is the content of the insurance. Now, when you come into the home loan itself, Zatu, you come to the home loan insurance that we have, the bank always offer you the loan protection. That is another insurance for the mortgage. If you are to lose job temporarily, you're still looking for another house, you might be covered for. For those who have investment property, you might have loss of rent that you need to include if you really need it, loss of rent. So if the house is advertised and there is no tenant, then the insurance will continue to pay you as well. So that is the insurance for that. Now you come to the car. The cars that we are driving, every person, you have a car. Car is very important to be insured, because if anything happens and you don't have insurance, it will be bad luck for you and the family as well. So you start with the comprehensive insurance. So which means if your car is a total loss or you have an accident, both cars will be taken care of. Either you are being compensated for the total loss or your car is fixed, then plus the other car. You also have a third party, fire and theft. So that is the next one immediately after comprehensive insurance, fire and theft. And so would it mean if you have an accident, then your car will not be fixed. It will be the third party car that will be fixed. And if your car is stolen or have an accident or there is fire, caught by fire, it will also be taken care of, you see. But it will always be under the market value if they are to compensate you. It's different from comprehensive. Comprehensive have a great value or the market value. So depending on what you have chosen, then you will be paid out. And there is also third party only, third party insurance. So third party insurance, it's just to cover you for any third party damage if it is your mistake. That's it. But if your car is stolen or have or caught by fire or whatever it is, you are not covered, because it's just a third party only. So these are the things to do with cars. Now, you also come to other insurance that we should consider. It's and that is the least one. It's very least. It's called the funeral insurance. So funeral insurance, so many funeral directors or companies or major insurance companies, they are offering that, just funeral. You choose your own, like how much you are covered for, and if anything happened to you, it will be paid out for your funeral expenses. So these are very, very important. We need to educate ourselves. Very important in our life. I know our generation doesn't look into that as something very important, but it's a burden to our kids. You know, they are in this country. This is their country. They are not going anywhere. We have to lay down some foundation. And if we will not do it, someone is still, they will do it. Comes time, they still have to, they will do it. So we have to integrate into the community. You know, that's what the wider Australian do. We should not depend on ourselves. We should leave the mentality African way. We should adopt the Australian way. You see, we should adopt the Australian way. Insurance, una yogolon utingen or Sudanese as a whole, is a sacrifice for the next generation. It's a sacrifice because you want them to have a good life. Don't be like our people in South Sudan, our leaders. We keep talking, criticizing them. They are not doing good. They are not doing that. But you also, you are not doing good here. What are you covered for? What are you building for this generation? If anything happened to you. That's why I said before, when you get married or you have debt, you have to ask yourself some key questions. If anything happened to you, your kids, how they're going to live, you know? How they're going to live. So it has to come in, you need to have a peace of mind when you are gone in this world, that these kids, they will have a peaceful life. They will get something to inherit from you, you know? But they should not be in debt when you are gone. At least they have to start with something. Very important. Very important. And if our generation is not doing it, their generation will do it. Just like the wider community. So we have to encourage ourselves. We have to encourage ourselves. You can imagine, when we first came to this country, most of us were not having car insurance. Majority of us, they were not having car insurance. But accident always happen, boom, you know. A bill come like this. It pulled them down from their goal that they wanted to achieve because they didn't have insurance. It set them back. But with the time, we get used to it. Now, there is no one in our community, very few, who doesn't have car insurance. But majority of them, they have car insurance because they have seen how important it is. So do what you are able to afford. Something reasonable, you know, something reasonable that you can afford. Something reasonable. If you really love your kids, your family, you know, do something reasonable. So there are another insurance also very important I'm about to forget is travel insurance. So if you are to travel overseas, you can also have travel insurance, you know. So if anything happened to you where you going, then you are covered. Whether being it a loss of item, your belonging, or whether getting sick, you can be hospitalized over there while in overseas. So someone have written that when you are born in Australia, I mean, when you are born in the West, or for us who are present in the West, it's like you have win a live lottery. So there is no excuse for us. We who are living in the West, we have win a live lottery. And it is us whether to fulfill it or not. Options are there, you know. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Otor. Thank you. Thank you for that explanation. And I hope our people are hearing you. And, you know, San Hayanan, we have to do our part. And you know, our people, they would love to go to heaven, but they will not care what they are going to leave, the chaos they're going to leave uh, 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 behind. Like even the God will be embarrassed that you are here, you're coming to heaven while you left your child struggling, not able to have a roof on his head because you have not done your part. This is a sin. If you are a true if you believe, because being a believer does mean you got to do things right. You got to do things right while you're here, expecting that when you go up there, you will find a good place because you have done everything, 100%.
Yes.
Thank you for that explanation. I hope our people are hearing you.
I hope so.
I think yes, they are hearing you, although some of them might not be here now, but a lot of people will be watching. I just wanted you to touch on life insurance, because life insurance is another way of actually to transfer the wealth from the generation to generation. Like when you insure yourself in case something happened, and because we know there will be time where things will go wrong, but the most important part of it is when something happened, how would my kids, my wife, my family, how would they be left? Are you going to leave everyone in pain? What I got here, I have a quote here. It says, "You don't buy life insurance because you are going to die, but because those you love are going to live." And that's what we buy the life insurance. If you can just touch on that one, because this is really, that's another way of to transfer the wealth from generation to generation, and that's why we see Tingtar.
Yeah. You see, Sabrina, thank you to bring it back again. I just said before, Kenny, I was just doing an helicopter overview just to explain all this, but to go in detail, it's to speak specifically to each of the questions that you want to ask.
Yeah.
I said before that our people back home, our leaders, they are very selfish. Simply because they are not laying down the foundation, they are not doing anything that when they're gone, what will be left with their kids, grandchildren, and all this, It's all about themselves. Sorry. The same thing to us here. We should not point fingers there while the three fingers are all pointing to yourself. What if something is to happen to you? How your kids gonna live? So, for example, you take insurance, 1 million, an example, okay? You take insurance 1 million, and you have debts. If anything happened to you, the home loan will be paid out. So now you have bring a blessing to your family that they may continue live in that house from generation to generation. Something that they're gonna remember that this house we inherit from mom or dad, and each of them have to try their best. When God bless them with kids, also they need to do something for their kids, like what they got from you. You know, the more you have structured yourself, if anything happened, the better off you will leave your family. Like all these insurance I just said before. Suppose something you have like that. Take an example. How many people in this country, even a Sudanese, that we have lost them? Suppose they have all this. Their families could have been well off by now, sir. Those kids could have been well off. Some of them will even buy businesses that they can even employ the rest of the kids as well. You know, this is how we will transform ourselves. You see? So whatever specific amount that you have chosen, that's what you are covered for. That's what you are covered for. Yeah. Did that answer your question? Or
No, you did answer it well. And I want you also to touch on, we as a people of of Africans origins, we always love to show ourselves. We love always to send money to Africa. We send money 500 a month, or even more than that, trying to please, strangers, people we know. But we forget that we have the most important here role as the parents. If you could have just done 50, if you could have insured yourself in case something happened, for anyone who is out here, our brother Otto is here. Please, if you want to know more, if you want to get more information, please approach him. He will help you. He will change your life, and he will make you feel like someone. He will change your life. I know that well, because he's a man of his word, and he will always try to give you an accurate information. I know we will not be able to talk about all these issues in one halqa wahada. Like we want to
life insurance you see,
yes.
just to add on that with the repayment work according to the amount and according to age also. Okay, according to age. The older you are, they said, the closer you have come to your death. Sorry to say that. So the closer you have come to your death. So those insurance companies also.
So you have to pay.
You see? So the earlier age you have taken the insurance, the better.
The cheaper it is.
Yeah, the better. Before all these sickness come in. Because the more you grow, you come older, all these complications come in. And then when you cover yourself with all these big lump sum, the bank has to do a thoroughly investigation to make sure you are perfect. Okay? To make sure you are okay. So if they found you have X and Y and Z suffering from this and that, they will put the caveat against that exemption that you will not suppose it something happened to you and already you have a cancer, you are not covered with cancer because already you have that. You see that? So very important to do it earlier. Very important. Don't wait until you see yourself you're almost going. The only option that you have, you're almost going, is maybe through funeral insurance, that you are just looking for the cost. There are no questions they normally ask. Some of them, they don't have a lot of questions. No question, It's just because they know you are going, But they have to see also. So everything, there are some questions to be asked. So the earlier, the better. And the amount depends. So it's cheaper. It's relatively very low. very low. It's like going out for a lunch. If you have a good lunch, that's it.
A month.
That's it. Yeah, that's the repayment.
Wow. Wow. Lofizol, if you have a testimony, if you are here and you have a testimony and you want to come up and also inform our audience or also tell your story, that will be good so we can learn, because this is how we learn. African always, they if they see the gold, they don't believe it, they have to touch it. So if we can have someone who have been in that situation before, please come up. Yes, let us know. Or if you have Sual index Sual, Yaret, if you can also try to come up and ask our brother, because this is your opportunity, and this opportunity will not last. If you can also touch on health insurance. What is health insurance? Well,
Yep. Yeah. Before I talk on the health insurance, I just want to talk about, just give a perfect example of, you see, when I used to be with the bank, I have done a loan for a customer who is a tradie, a young couple. They just bought a house. He's in his 20th, almost 30s, going to 30s. He bought a house. They don't have insurance, I stress out that you need to have insurance, and his wife haven't, just have a baby. He's the only one working and things like that. He didn't want you to have insurance, Every time they come, because home loan always got a lot of paperwork to do, things like that. Always ask them that, you sure you don't want to have insurance? Very important, man. You are the only one in the family and things like that. And he said, no, I don't want. Until his wife is the one who make a decision that we need insurance for him, because he's the breadwinner, Yeah. So insurance was taken after the loan was settled. Insurance was taken after all these arguments and things like that. And guess what? After a couple of months, he have a massive accident. Massive accident. And he passed on. Now, the wife didn't know 100% whether the insurance was taken or not, because they've been coming in and out several times, until she attended the bank and was told, oh, yeah, you have taken insurance through Otor. Otor did your insurance. All this insurance was taken. The mortgage was huge, and she couldn't believe it. The mortgage was paid out, They got lump sum left. Since I left CBT, keep coming with the flowers, to the branch. Something she couldn't believe, So with all this we're saying, you can see now how this guy was able to save his life, his family. So suppose if he could have not have the insurance, what kind of a family he could have left behind? A wife with two young kids, They could have been renting almost, Their life could have not been the same. But at least something was left behind, So that is it for that example. Now, you talk about the private health insurance. Yeah, it's something I did not talk about it before. Yeah, private health insurance is an insurance which is important for our lives here as well. You see, it's not that much here in Australia, in America, but huge, That's why you see there is Obamacare coming, because many people cannot afford this. But in Australia here, majority of things are covered under the Medicare. Now, when you reach a certain level of income, then the Medicare is taken away from you. And you need to have the private insurance. Private insurance is very important, because if anything happened to you, you have a comprehensive hospital cover. There is no waiting period like this or that. No. Even if your wife also is planning to have the kids throughout her pregnancy, she will also be seeing the private doctors. So she will have a specialist looking after her. It's not like through GP, anyone can see you. No. This one, you have only one person taking care of you throughout. Okay? Throughout. It's good. If you have good income, it's good. That one is a little bit costly. It's a costly one. But it's another type of insurance that we encourage our people to have it. Especially if two of you are working in the family, it's better to have it. It's better to have it. You see, yeah, because it also covers you under the ambulance. You don't have another ambulance cover by itself. You know, it all comes within that about comprehensive. Yep. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Otter. I know for this issue, although it's interesting because we are talking about the money, but at the same time, it's really sad that you can lose someone you love. But if we do our homework before any bad news comes in, sure, even if you go, you will go in peace and you will be happy because whoever you left behind is well looked after, and that's what's our job. So thank you, Otor, for that example, and that is why our brother Otor is here. He's here to make our lives easy. A lot of us don't care. A lot of us don't even think about having life insurance, about having health insurance. We know all these are money, very expensive. But if we can reduce the money we send to Africa and try to cover ourselves in case something happens, that will be a blessing to you, to your child, or to your kids. I believe there's something here we always ask, and in our own communities, we don't really see it. Kano is a big issue, which is the funeral insurance. We are in the West, but we have not learned, we have not adopted the life in the West. We still do the same thing what we do in Africa. We're still living with Africa mentality. How can we encourage our people? Because in a few years' time, our age is going up. A lot of people will be going old. A lot of death will be happening. And I don't think that our community, our South Sudanese community, will afford that Kulu every week that they have to collect. They have to collect from every member money to be used to be to be used as a funeral expenses. For how can we take ourselves out of this mess and start acting like people who are in the West, not people who are still living in Africa?
Thank you again, Sabrina. I have covered that point before. It comes down to responsibility. All this type of insurance that we're talking about, it's part of the responsibility as a man and a wife, of the family, the couple. That's a responsibility we are having. That if anything happened, I want to leave something for my family so that they can continue. So if we are not doing all this, like the funeral cost, all these insurance, we just said before, they might be meaning something, but the funeral is not that much money, I know we are too generous. The South Sudanese are too generous. Wherever they are, they still stand together. But we have to change so many things. And it will come a time, trust me, look at the African American. I don't think if they still have what the newly migrant they do. If someone passed away in America who is African American and doesn't have like the funeral cost for himself, it will be taken care of by the government, So time will come here, and believe me or not, it will come a time that all this of coming together, it will never happen. It will never happen. It will only be you, your family, who will be taking care of yourself. It will. It's just a matter of time. We are still practicing our African values now. That we are, we still depend on each other. Anything we don't care about all this. To the extent, when we first came before, if you have a car accident, people make contribution. As Sabrino, can Sabrino have a car accident? He doesn't have insurance. Let's cover him up. So
we are so generous.
This is dangerous, So these are the mentality that we need to change. Yeah, we need to change all this. It just, to me, it being too selfish. That's how I can describe it. It's being too selfish. The whole thing are there, and it is up to us to use them. That's why I said before that I agree with the author who says that being in the West is like winning. It's like winning a live lottery. Everything is all there, but it's up to us to fulfill them. It doesn't cost that much. It just depends on the cover. Depend on the cover. You can see, Sabrina, and I'll give you the example. When we first came to this country, everyone want to live in a government house. Can you agree with me?
Yes.
Everyone used to, like, I want a government house. No one want to fit in the Australian shoes to buy a house. No way. Because our eyes is just like, go back overseas, go back to South Sudan. But when some few individuals bought houses, everyone just changed. Like all the applications are drawn now from taken away from the housing. They were asking, like some days back, I used to talk to someone from housing. What's going on? We used to have so many applications lining up, but suddenly the whole thing disappeared. You see? So let's leave it to those who are really needed. For those who really need it. I'm not saying we shouldn't, but there are those who really need it. Look at the Khawajat, those who live in commission houses, These are the real. They have health issues. But when you look at our community, people are very fit. Both husband and wife, very fit. They're working full time. And you wonder why they're living in those houses. You see? That's a lack of responsibility. Very lack of responsibility, They need to do something. So you wonder why we are not setting up the funeral cost. It's just because simply come to that being too selfish. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Ahoy. Thank you, Ahoy. Yes, this is an issue which is really very, very dear to our heart, and if we can get it, if we cannot get this issue right, that's been really there is no reason why are we here in the West. أخوي Victor, if you can read, there's أخوي Mojo Adok. Mayik Sal, if you can read it.
I don't know. I'm not seeing live gineni. I'm not seeing any comment. Well, I don't know anything.
Okay. I believe so. بتاع بيقول إنه in case لو زول حصل له حادث واتوفى وكان عنده insurance، كان عنده life insurance. طبعا الكمباني طبعا أكيد have already used the money, have invested the money. When the wife or whoever is left out there, when he get pay out, would they also pay him out with interest because the company have used the money, or the money has been with the company for a while? Would they pay that individual that lump sum with interest?
I'm gonna page your question. I come in.
Mujo Aduk.
Mujo Aduk. Thank you, Mujo Aduk, for this very important question. And when I used to set up insurance in the past, that's what I always used to be asked. That what happened with if I do these or super, just like you have a super insurance, superannuation. If you passed away, how your family can claim it, or if you have an insurance. So to come back to this specific question, so for example, you have insured your life for $500,000, okay, $500,000, that's what you have insured for. Normally you have to list the beneficiaries. You have to list the beneficiaries. Very important. How you're going to do that? How much percentage is going to go to each of the child, or including your wife, how much percentage? Or you're going to give 100% to your wife, and then your wife will divide to the kids. It all come down to what each of you are going to do, okay? Some people divide it according to percentage to each of the child family member, if anything is to happen. And it has to be honored when you passed on. If it is $500,000, life insurance doesn't grow. It is that amount. Now, there are two types of insurance. There is level and stable. Okay? So with the economy, the way how the economy going, the prices are going up. So if your insurance is level, it will remain as $500,000 for whatever period. But if it is stable according to the economy, so it will always go up with the value, it will always go up. And also with your repayment will also go up, because the amount cover goes up, then your repayment also goes up. But if it is level, it remains like that for the rest of the life until now. Life insurance, it has age limit. There is an age limit for a life insurance. When you reach that age and nothing happened to you, then God is great for the insurance companies, so they benefit from that. But if something happened to you before that age, then a lump sum is paid out to your beneficiary. So they claim. There are two ways of how it is divided. If you have will, it's listed in the will how it will be divided. If you don't have will within the beneficiaries, as I said before, you nominate, like each of beneficiaries is going to have how much percentage. I hope I answered your question. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Tor. في سؤال كمان من الأخ بيتر يوين. But قبل السؤال بتاعه أنا كمان عايز أسأل السؤال. طبعا people have fear إنه if I do life insurance, if I do a life insurance, there's a fear that one partner might turn against another, and this thing happen, because money. How can we get rid of that fear?
That's a good question, and I think if you made of hear what I just said before, if you are distributing who are the beneficiaries of your wealth, this is where that question is very important. Whether you do it 100% to your partner, or you do it about percentage. For example, you may make it each of the child is 20%, depending on how many kids you have. Say you have three kids, an example, okay? So each of the child, you can make it 20, 20, 20. That is 40. That is 60% because of the 3 kids. And that is 60. And the 40%, you can nominate your wife because she will be the one taking care of a lot of things, So if anything happens, she's given her 40 share.
But as well, we go know what happened along Pyong Anedong.
Ma banywale ne ming jimoge, mi uton
No,
moge.
ما
She will not touch it.
ما الممكن يحصل انه يوجو يوغنيك.
Case is mogni nut.
Yes.
The case is mogni nut. Case is mogni nut.
How we can avoid
it's not easy.
How can we avoid hate many? Do we have to make it like something?
La jamni talking community. Jamni talking. But cases mogni ba common. Cases mogni ba common. If you end up with the wrong person in life and you have a very good asset, cases mogni ba common. Yeah, cases mogni ba common. But the will cover all this, So if you have the will, you will say, if anything happened to me, I need each of my child this, and that. So the other partner, the remaining partner, will not have everything 100%. It will not. Yeah, but cases mongni not many sure. Also, kalanga yot kene ginemania gogin kitriga mangai. Insurance will not honor the claim. They will decline it, and it happened. Like Jima Barbary dishonest in life. So it been declined. But bad luck. Uiba we mirito. Lanu insurance kalanga gena go ginemani, so chai would ego ginani, they will not leave you. So you will end up behind bars for the rest of your life.
We don't wish that. We do encourage. We don't have to fear anything like that. We are not going to fear any. So, Peter Yowin was asking that are we able to do all this insurance, life insurance, income insurance, through our super without paying any cent from your from your income?
No. When I was giving the lectures overview before,
I think he was late.
Insurance, maybe through the super, there is a maximum depending on your salaries. And therefore, if you want to take extra, there is also a caveat as well. You can't just have that much. They will advise you. So you can still talk to your superannuation company and upgrade your insurance. You can upgrade it, but not all of them insurance come under that. The only thing that come, the only two insurance that come is death and the total permanent disability.
Yes.
Trauma is not there.
Yes.
trauma is not there.
So, Peter, you win. I hope you got the answer that you have only the death that would only happen when you die, and we don't want you to die, or if something bad happened, you got injured, and you become disabled. That is when insurance apply.
What I can advise to our viewers tonight, your superannuation, when they send you out the statement, don't just look at super and then throw it away. Very important to always peruse through those documents, Very important. See what you are covered for. Sometimes they made a mistake also, even with the way how your super is invested. You still have a choice. You can find out how your super is invested, especially with this pandemic. Some insurance were not been doing well. Depending on how your money been invested in. So take your time, have a look into your statement. Don't just brush it off because it is insured. It is a superannuation company. Very important because it is your future assets when you retire, that's what you're gonna have. Very important. See your super also, how your super is allocated. Like what I just said before, who are your beneficiaries? You might have done it like 5 years ago, but now you have some new members coming into your family. You need to update and see whether you can put those kids in as well. Because if anything happened, and it is only one child you have before and the rest came after, that is a bad luck to these kids. If that child, jamba wedding yungon, gegamayigon, kakwanko percentage migon will not give any sense to other kids. Bad luck, So you need to cross-check that. Every time you have a new member, cross-check that. Cross-check. You might have also separated with your other. You made a very important point here. You might have separated with your partner as well. And it still is the one listed. So very important to cross-check, to update it. Because if anything happens, boom, he will still take. Very important, So these are the keys that you don't pay attention with, but very important to know them tonight. Very important.
That's good. Another thing also I would like to add is if you look at your statement, also check your how much the payout amount. There's an option there where you can actually buy extra 1 unit or 2 units to increase the payout amount. That option is also where you can pay extra.
Those things are there, but also once before even get approved, depending on the amount, they might also cross-check your health. They might also check your health as well. Yep, they might check your health.
That's good, brother. I think we have really, talked a lot about insurance, about death, about life. I think we have covered, I believe, almost everything.
Yes.
And we are so glad. Yes, Otor.
Yeah, this thing, what we have discussed tonight, they are very, very important. Those products, very important for our existence in the West. Whether you live in Australia or Canada or US, or even in the whole of Europe, all these we have discussed tonight, they're very, very important for our living in the West. Very important. And all this is directed to us, not to people in overseas. I know they have insurance in Juba and all this, but these are all crooked insurance. They're not a proper one. It's not like I was here, which is well designed. I don't know much about their insurance. But all these insurance in the West are done like that, So I hope you guys get something out of it to change. Yeah. Thank you.
Shukran, Akhuyotor. I think we have done our best, though this is not the full details of this topic, and hopefully we will get our brother Otto to come back again at any time where we can actually ask him more asylum. This is an educational. We need to educate ourselves because a lot of us don't know. Me too. Like min khalal Otto now, I'm learning a lot. So this is what we need to do because this is where we are. This is our home. And we need to know how we can survive here. We don't want to think or assume that there will be a time where we will be going back home. This is home. We still have that African mentality that I was born poor and I was able to make myself who I am right now. Why would I just leave everything behind for someone to enjoy? Let them also hustle. Let them also work hard. How can we change that mentality in order for us to live a healthy generation? Because if we have this mentality, the next generation, they will still be doing the thing we are doing right now. Because yes, this is what we are going to to produce.
And I think you have asked a very good question again, Sabrino. You see, the mentality of Africa, or I call it the mindset of Africa, is well and alive with us. It's very well and alive. It's not dead. It's not dead. That's why, like we've been discussing, we give some case example and all this, because that mentality is still alive. And all this is attached with selfishness. Is attached with selfishness. We have to change that mentality. We have to adapt. We have to adapt to where we are, what they do. They say that if you go to Rome, do what Romans do. That's a heavy meaning, man. It got a lot. Do what they do. If all these we just said before are being put into practice, do it. Put it into your own practice. This is for your benefit, for your family. If I was born poor, it is not my mistake to be born poor. But if God lead me to reach where I am today in a country like this and I die poor, then it is definitely my mistake. It is definitely my mistake. They say, if you want to build something, you have to try to work. You have to work hard. All these options are there. People are working. People are working. And if you just work and not knowing what you want to do, this is the result that's going to happen. Because money just comes and goes. Money just comes and goes. You don't have a goal. You don't have a plan. You need someone to give you the plan. You need someone to give you a goal. What do you want to achieve in life? If you don't have any, approach people who are in those fields, people who can give you some tips of what to do. If you haven't achieved this and that, these are the things you need to achieve. If you are poor in savings, you need to ask some question. How can I come out from unnecessary spending, so that you can be told, like, when you have your payment coming, this is your income, these are your expenses. Make sure that your expenses should not go over this. You see, you need to have this simple mathematics. It doesn't need you to go to school. Just you have this, how much you spend, or how much you can be able to put aside, something like that. They say, if you live on your income, then you are closer to you are closer to poverty in the West. That's how the mind. That's how some reference says that if you live on your salaries, then you are closer to poverty, or you are within poverty. By the way, you need to have a plan. You need to have a plan. And by the way, Sabrina, our kids who have grown up here, they keep talking to their parents. Even they ask them some question, but they ignore them. They don't care. You know, they ask them things like we're talking. Mama, Baba, what do you have? Why we don't have a house? Why if anything happen, do we have insurance? Do we have this? Do we have that? They ask. But parents are ignoring. They look at it, it is unnecessary spending because they don't want to give. You see? So we have to change that mentality. We have to change and behave. There are good things that we can take, like things to protect your family. I look at it as good. There's nothing wrong about it because you're building for the next generation to come. You want to leave your family better off. It's good. There's nothing wrong with that. There are small things, and it doesn't fit in our culture. Leave it aside. But take the good thing, Take what is good and put it into your life and practice it, and it's all good. Yep, that's what I can say. Thank you.
شكرا أخوي أوتر the CEO of TAR Finance. Really, you have been so good to all of us. We do appreciate your input, your advice, your we do really appreciate the way you are trying to change our community. We are here not just for the sake of talking. We are here for real issues affecting real lives, and that's why Brother Otto is here. Brother Otto is here to advise. Brother Otto is here to help you. Is here to also show you how you can live a life where you don't have to fear anything. أخوي دور قبل ما أنا أختم معك لو ما في زول عايز يخش I put the link is there. If you want to come in and say anything, please press the link. If you have nothing to say, we are almost at the end of our show, but we will be coming back again with the same issue because we will not stop until things change. This is why we are here. أخوي دور, let me play this song قبل ما أختم معك.
Thank you.
إخواني أخواتي الأعزاء أنا عايز أشكر أيزول كان موجود هنا أونلاين. أنا عايز أشكر أخوي أوتور أوتور. Are you hearing me, أخوي?
Yes.
As you can hear here, Yantin Japich, Kin Amaria Kun, other Yantin the dar in animal. Aquana kill, Togi Amargon Togi kill. Ahui, man Bawakit, if you are here, this is the time where you can act and do you know something special for the one you love. Ahuitor, in 1 minute or in 10 seconds, please.
Yeah, wait mogni gaba wait me pergete gedoj in our life. In our life, you know, mat mena nu de beniji bendan kichugun bene chi go express anan if fanan, you know. So love out to my family and to all people around the world. Yeah, thank you.
And command from W TV and Azinaskur Tar Finance for your help and your support. And also, we need to give this hadiyah as a gift to your Isle of Attack. Akhuyutor, thank you, Med. Thank you for being here. Thank you for our audience. My God bless you all. Give Jok Kimelgon Uberuben. Thank you.
What an incredible gift. Thank you so much, CWTV for Chollo. What a very incredible gift. We are honored to have this. Thank you so much for your time always to the community, Brother Sabrino.
Thank you, Akhuyutor. Thank you, Akhuy.
Thank you. Have a good night.